Let's look at question 11 to 20 of the 2024 JAMB Chemistry examination questions. Question 11 says the oxidation state of carbon in this HCOOH is A plus 1, B plus 2, C plus 3, D 0. So how do we solve this question here? For question number 11, let's get the compound there. You have this compound. You're asked to find the oxidation state of carbon. Now, first things first, for hydrogen, we know it's plus 1. So that becomes plus 1, plus 1, plus for carbon, we'll assume it to be an unknown, x, plus for oxygen, this will be minus 2, plus for this oxygen, this is minus 2, plus you have the final hydrogen there. For hydrogen, the oxidation number of hydrogen is plus 1. So plus 1. We'll equate this to 0 because it's a neutral atom. There is no plus or minus attached to it. All right, so it's a neutral atom. This gives you 1 plus x plus minus 2 is minus 2 plus minus 2 is minus 2. Then you have plus 1. Minus 2 is minus 4. Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. This is equal to 0. So you have x here. 1 minus 3 is minus 2 equal to 0. So x equal to minus 2 moves over here, becomes plus 2. So the correct answer there is plus 2. So come to this question there. The correct option is B, plus 2. So come to this question here. The correct option there is B, plus 2. So plus 2 is your correct answer. Next up, question 12. Question 12 says, air boiled out of water as steam is richer in A, nitrogen and oxygen, B, carbon dioxide and oxygen, C, noble gases and carbon dioxide, D, oxygen and noble gases. Now for this question here, the correct option there is option B. All right. So please note that the air boiled out of water as steam is richer in carbon dioxide and also richer in oxygen. So the answer there is B. Next up, question number 13. Question 13. Now, question 13 says, in the course of purifying water for town supply, the water is passed through large settling tanks containing sodium aluminate 3 to remove A, large particles, B, germs, C, fine particles, D, odor. Now, for this question there, the correct answer there is C, fine particles. All right. Now, the purpose of sodium aluminate 3 is to help coagulate fine suspended particles. Now, what that means when we say to coagulate fine suspended particles, now this refers to the chemical process of causing tiny dispersed and often negatively charged particles known as colloids in a liquid such as water to neutralize their charges and stick together into large, denser, and heavier clusters called flux or microflux. Now, the process is crucial for removing contaminants like silt, bacteria, and organic matter that are on its own or on their own too small or settle on their own. So the correct answer there is fine particles. That's your answer. Next up, question number 14. Next up, question number 14. Question 14 says the basicity of CH3COOH is, now CH3COOH is known as ethanoic acid. Now its basicity is A1, B2, C3, D4. What's the correct answer? Now you want to note that when we talk about basicity, basicity simply means the number of replaceable hydrogen ions in a molecule of that particular compound. Now, for this particular molecule here, this particular compound, that's ethanoic acid, has only one ionizable hydrogen, right? Just one of it. So the correct answer there is A1. That's your answer. Question 15. 2 moles of sodium combines with 2 moles of water to form 2 moles of sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. From the equation above, calculate the mass of sodium hydroxide produced by 2.3 grams of sodium. You're given atomic mass of hydrogen as 1, for oxygen as 16, for sodium as 23. You have your option A, 0.40 grams, B, 0.80 grams, C, 4.00 grams, D, 8.00 grams. All right, so how do we solve question number 15? Now, for question number 15, let's look at what we have there. Now, they said you have to calculate the mass of sodium hydroxide produced by 2.3 gram of sodium. Let's look at sodium here. For sodium, question number 15, let's start with sodium. For sodium, that's Na. If you look at this, they said calculate the number of sodium hydroxide produced by 2.3 gram of sodium. So you're giving the mass of sodium as 2.3 gram. So mass for sodium, you're giving the mass as equal to 2.3 grams. Also for the same sodium, you're giving the atomic mass of sodium as 23. The atomic mass, you're giving this value as 23. Let's get the number of moles here. What is the number of moles in 2.3 gram of sodium? The number of moles, as we know, is equal to mass all over the molar mass. But when you have just an atom, it's called all over atomic mass. All right, atomic mass is when you have just an atom. Atomic mass, that's for just an atom. If it's a compound, it becomes mass over molar mass. Now, the mass as given is 2.3 all over, the atomic mass is 23. So that means the number of moles in 2.3 gram of sodium becomes 2.3 all over 23, and that gives you 0.1 moles. All right, so far so good. We've now established that in 2.3 gram of sodium, right, we have 0.1 moles. Now, coming back to this, you can see that 2 moles of sodium atoms are required to react to form 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. Look at this, all right? So we can say 2 moles of sodium atoms, 2 moles of sodium atoms are required to form 2 moles of sodium hydroxide. That's this from the balance equation of the reaction. So that means if we have 2.3 gram of sodium, and we've just established that from this 2.3 gram of sodium, what we have there, or the number of moles there, is 0.1 mole. So if 2 moles, from here we can see that comparing sodium and sodium hydroxide, if 2 moles of sodium needs to react to form 2 moles of sodium hydroxide, and we are given the mass of 2.3 gram, which after being converted to moles, we have 0.1 moles of sodium, will form how many or what number of moles of sodium hydroxide? Cross multiply, we have 2 times 2 times x, and then 2 times 0.1. So 2 times x gives you 2x, is equal to 2 times 0.1 gives you 0.2. Divide here by 2, divide here by 2, this cancels this. So x is equal to 0.2 over 2. That gives you 0.1. That means 0.1 moles of sodium will give you 0.1 moles of sodium hydroxide. In the question, we're not asked to find the number of moles of, let me add moles here, 0.1 moles. In the question, we're not asked to find the number of moles of sodium hydroxide. We're asked to find the mass of sodium hydroxide. And we know that moles is equal to, number of moles is equal to mass all over. Since this is a compound, it will now have molar mass, no longer atomic mass. So all over molar mass, the number of moles of sodium hydroxide is 0.1, is equal to the mass of sodium hydroxide all over the molar mass of sodium hydroxide. Let's get that value. For sodium, that's Na, the atomic mass is 23, plus for oxygen, the mass there is 16, plus for hydrogen, the atomic mass is 1. All right. When you combine this, you have 23 plus 16 plus 1. And if you combine that, you have a total value of 40. You have 40 here. So it means the molar mass of sodium hydroxide is 40. So I have this. All right. So to get the mass, I'll have to cross multiply. Mass times 1 gives you mass is equal to 0.1 times 40 gives you 0.1 multiplied by 40, and that gives you 4. All right. I think this mass was in grams. Let's see. Yes, 40 grams or 4 grams, please. So the value there is 4 grams. So that's your correct answer. So that will be option C, 4 grams. That is the correct answer. All right. Next up, question number 16. Question 16 says, what is the IUPAC nomenclature of the compound NaClO? Right? We have option A, option B, option C, and option D. Now, all we have to do here is to find, for 16, you have NaClO. All we have to do is to find the oxidation number of chlorine in this atom or in this particular compound. For sodium, we know that it's +1, plus for chlorine, we'll assume it to be an unknown, X, plus for oxygen, its oxidation number is -2. Equate this to 0. This will give you 1 plus X plus -2 is -2 equal to 0. You have X, 1 minus 2, right? 1 minus 2 is -1 is equal to 0. X equal to -1 crosses over here becomes +1. That means the oxidation number of chlorine here is 1. Now go back to the options here. For this particular question, the correct answer is A, sodium oxochlorate 1. Right, as you can see, we calculated the oxidation number, we got 1. So A is the correct answer, right? Sodium oxochlorate 1. That's the correct name of this particular compound. All right, next up, question number 17. Question 17 says lead is used for making bullets and lead shots because question 17 says lead is used for making bullets and lead shots because of its A, density, A, resistance to corrosion, B, low melting point, C, high density, D, flexibility. So which of these is the correct answer? For question 17, the correct answer there is option C, high density. All right, high density is the correct answer. Now, the correct answer is high density because high density provides superior momentum and penetration power. So that's why lead is being used because it has high density, and this high density gives it a lot of penetration power and momentum. So because of that, it is being used in making bullets. Next up, question number 18. 18 says, which of the following compounds of trioxynitrate 5 will decompose to give dinitrogen 1 oxide and water when heated? You have option A, you have option B, you have option C, and you have option D. Now, for this question there, the correct answer there is D, ammonium trioxynitrate. All right. The equation of the reaction for 18, the equation of the reaction is this. You have ammonium trioxynitrate, that's this NO3. This would decompose to give you nitrogen, this which is dinitrogen monoxide, plus the other product is water, H2O, right? If you want to balance this up, you can put 2 here. All right, so you have this. All right, so the correct answer there is ammonium trioxynitrate. That's your correct answer. So for 18, D, is the correct answer. Next up, question number 19. Question 19 says reduction of nitroalkanes, nitrites, and amides is a route for the preparation of A. Amines, B. Alkenes, C. Polymers, D. Detergents. All right. Now you want to know that for this, the correct answer there is A. Amines. All of this, that's nitroalkanes, nitrites, and amides, all reduce to give you amines. So amines is the correct answer. Finally, question 20. Question 20 says, which of the following gives a precipitate when treated with sodium hydroxide solution? A. Aluminium trichloride. B. Ammonium chloride. C. Sodium carbonate. D. Sodium ethanoate. Right? So which of this is the correct answer? Now for question 20, the correct answer is A. Aluminium trichloride. All right? You want to note that this particular compound, aluminium trichloride, forms a precipitate. The precipitate there is aluminium hydroxide, that's AlOH3. It forms this particular precipitate when treated with sodium hydroxide solution. So A, aluminium trichloride, is the correct answer. All right, so as usual, I'll leave you with one question for you to try out. All right, so you have question 21. Question 21 says, when a few drops of water is added to a blue anhydrous cobalt 2 chloride, the color changes to A. White, B. Pink, C. Red, D. Blue. So which of this is the correct answer? Leave the correct option in the comment section. Leave your option in the comment section and I will tell you if you're correct or not. Okay, guys, so please take note that we have a JAMB WhatsApp group for JAMB Bites. All right. So if you're writing JAMB, we have a JAMB WhatsApp group where we do daily revisions on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So if you're a science student and you want to join our JAMB WhatsApp group, I'll leave a link to the JAMB WhatsApp group in the video description. All right. You can also join our JAMB channel membership to get access to exclusive content for JAMB Bites, or you can get the full JAMB course on our website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses and you see the JAMB/WAEC classes. All right. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. Like this video. Also leave a comment. Right, for the comments, I gave you a task, question number 11. Solve it, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. If it's your first time here or you're yet to subscribe, please do what to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload a new content. Then finally, ensure to share this video to your friends and their colleagues so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.